Hello and welcome to a CleaveTech product video. This video is all about using your CleaveTech tire trimmer. I'm going to show you how to install your CleaveTech tire trimmer onto your Hudy Tire Truer. I'm also going to show you how to use it to trim all your tires. This little gadget can save you a whole load of time and effort when preparing your tires. So let's get on with it. When you receive your tyre trimmer, it may need a small bit of assembly. This little knob on the side here that helps attach it to your tyre truer may not be in place. It's probably loose in the bag or loose in the package when you get it. Part of the reason for that is that it makes it thinner and easier to ship to keep shipping costs down. But you may need to screw this little knob into the side of your tyre trimmer. There should also be a nut inside there as well. Make sure that's present. If not, it's probably fallen out in the packaging somewhere. It's a push fit. It's quite a tight fit, so it shouldn't come out. But if it has, you should be able to just press it back into that recess inside your tyre trimmer. So assemble it with a knob, but don't screw it all the way in. You can see that as I screw it in, it should come into that area in the middle there. You need to screw it in just far enough, just so it engages in the nut, but doesn't come all the way through. The other thing that may very well have fallen out in the packet could be your trimming spike. That just pushes in this way round, pushes into your tyre trimmer and should come out through the hole at the front like that, all the way in. So you may need to assemble that as well. The tyre trimmer will be labelled up with the size that you've opted for. So in this case, this one trims tyres to 18.5 millimeters or 730 thou in inches. That's this part here. This trims the diameter down. These slots here are used to trim the width of your tyres. This is the 0 position, and then these are at just over 16 mil and just over 21 millimeters wide. You may also have a little washer in the packet. Earlier versions were shipped without this washer, but you could use some M3 washers instead. But if you've got this little washer, you'll need that next. So my Hudy tyre machine has had the switch removed from it. It didn't last very long. It was a bit of a pain in the neck, kept going wrong. So now I just put crocodile clips on the end of my motor. That's fine. Yours might have the switch here. But we're interested in this area here where the pulleys are, because our tyre trimmer is going to fit onto this movable carriage here on your Hudy Tire Truer. But we're going to need to rearrange these pulleys to make sure it's a nice fit. So take a look at the position of these 3 pulleys here. You can see that as standard, they're not always in line with each other. You can see the belt runs slightly inboard here along this bit here, and then runs inboard again until it gets to this pulley here. So they're not actually that well aligned in the first place. So we're going to realign those pulleys to allow room to fit our tyre trimmer onto our Hudy. So in order to get everything aligned, I'm going to remove the belts, and I'm going to remove this pulley here. Notice which way round that pulley is. The grub screw part is on the outside at the moment, so I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to put the washer that came with it onto that axle, but I'm then going to put this pulley back on the other way round so that the grub screw is on the inside now. Just loosely tighten that up. But now you can see that clearly this pulley here doesn't line up with that pulley on the inside there. So I'm going to need to realign this pulley here. So I'm going to put a belt on just because it's going to help me with the realignment. So I can undo that pulley. So that pulley now slides in and out on that shaft. And I'm going to wind my tyre truer down. I've got a knob job on my tyre truer. Very handy addition. So I'm going to wind it down, and you can see if I lift my tyre truer up, I need to make sure that the 2 pulleys pass each other. So this pulley here must pass the inside of that pulley without rubbing against it. So I need to move that other pulley out just far enough so that it is clear of this pulley. and then tighten it in place. So you can see there is a small gap between the two. Then I can put my belt on to the other two pulleys, and I can do the same with the motor pulley and align the motor pulley. So I'm going to slide that out a little bit. Now you can use the edge of your tire truer as a guide, and then sometimes I even put a ruler on the outside here. You can put a ruler on and you can make sure the ruler lines up, or the straight edge lines up with the edge of the case or the edge of the base of your tire truer. So I need to line that up like that so my pulleys are in line, and then I can tighten it up. And then one final thing to check is at that position there, the case should still fit on. If the case doesn't fit on, you've moved your pulley out slightly too far. So maybe you can pinch a little bit of space here. If you've left a bit too much room in between, you might need to move this pulley in a fraction. But there is just enough room for this pulley to pass that pulley if you get it set up correctly. So once you've set up your pulleys, you won't need to touch the motor pulley or the drum pulley anymore. It's only really this movable pulley that you'll need to touch. So you can just loosen the belt off. I'm just going to wind out the carriage a little bit here, as far as it will go. And then to fit your tyre trimmer, you can remove that pulley, remove the washer, remove the axle. So make sure that your screw here on the side is not protruding inside. And then you should be able to just push on your tyre trimmer and it should just clip in place. Make sure you push it nice and straight down onto your tyre truer. If you push it at an angle, you might end up cracking or damaging something. Push it on nice and straight. Let's say, for example, it is a little bit too tight and you can't get it down nice and straight. Just going to remove it here, like that. If it is a little bit too tight, you can take a knife and you can just gently scrape out the inside a fraction. So especially around the hole areas here where it goes past the bearing, you can take a knife and you can just smooth out any burrs that might be on the inside of that hole. And again, on this face here, again, you can take a knife and maybe give it a bit of a scrape on the inside there, just to smooth it out a little bit on the inside on those two faces, and it should push down a little bit more easily. But I've not had a problem with this. This is straight off the printer. This is straight out of the factory in effect, and it did clip on quite nicely. But it does depend on how flush your bearings are in your movable carriage. So I'm going to push that back down again. And then when it's pushed on, you can tighten this knob, and that just literally holds it in place and makes sure it's not going to move whilst you're truing tyres. Then we can take our pulley. Remember to put it back on with a grub screw on the inside. You can put your axle back through. So the axle of choice, whether it be 2mm, 332, 8, 3mm, whatever axle you're using, you can put that through there. Put your pulley on, and then you can tighten up your pulley again here. Can't see from the angle that I'm sat at, so that's why it's taking a little bit while. I've got to locate the grub screw. There it is. And then you can tighten that back up. Make sure that spins freely. And then you can clip your belts back on. When you're finished using your tyre trimmer and you've trimmed all of your tyres all in one go, we can remove it. The case will not fit on with your tyre trimmer in place. That's not the idea. The idea is to clip this on, trim all your tyres down to diameter and width rather quickly. Then you can remove your tyre trimmer, and then you can do all the final finishing and sanding that you might need to do to race size. So in order to remove this, we're going to remove the pulleys again. Spin that out. Remove your pulley. Again, I can't see what I'm doing because it's the other side. I found the grub screw yet. There it is. Remove your pulley. Remove your axle. Make sure you loosen the little knob on the side. Earlier versions were shipped without this knob and they were just a really tight fit. But I added that just as a reassurance to make sure it's definitely not going to move anywhere when you're trimming your tyres. So make sure that's loose, and then you can very carefully just pull directly up on your tyre trimmer and it should slide off nicely. I just removed that part because it was easier than pulling on it and maybe bending it by accident with my hands. You can always just push it back in when you're done. So that's removed. Then you can refit your axle. This is where you use your little washer again. Put your washer on, put your pulley on, tighten your pulley up, and then your belts should all line up nicely where they were before. And as you see, you don't need to touch these two pulleys again. And that little spacer in there, that little washer, makes sure that this pulley lines up with your drum pulley perfectly every time. So I'm going to start by installing this 690 tyre trimmer because I've got some 1/32 tyres to do. So I'm going to put that onto my Hudy and show you how to set it up. If you have a knob job like I do, then you might need to wind this silver knob in further to allow you to wind the red knob in even further to bring your tyre trimmer far enough away to allow some clearance between the drum and your axle. So we have a change of camera angle now. So my Hudy Tire Truer is now in a box, in a cardboard box. It stops bits from going everywhere and keeps my bench cleaner. And you're now looking down at the tyre trimmer mounted on my Hudy. So it's always worth checking with a hub that's similar to the hub that you're going to be trimming off, or similar to the hub that's in the donuts that you're going to be trimming off. It's worth putting one of those hubs onto your axle and checking that everything lines up. Because what you don't want to do is start trimming off your tyres and find that it doesn't line up with your hub. So I can put the hub in there, bring my knife down, and you can see it just passes the end of the hub there. And I put it in at the 16 and it just passes the end of the hub there. So I know that as long as I put my hub all the way onto my axle, that I'm not going to be cutting accidentally into my hub. If you are also using offset hubs like these, then remember to put some spacers on your axle to slide a unused offset hub on to your axle and just check your alignment with your offset hub, because you don't want to slide one of these on by accident, slice your tyre and find you've sliced into your hub. When mounting your hub to your tyre truer, it's often a good idea to line up the grub screw on the hub with the grub screw on the pulley. That way you can always find the hole in your tyre once you've trimmed it off. So I've mounted my glued donut and hub onto my Hudy shaft and it's now ready for trimming. If you haven't seen my video on how to glue up your tyres, I'll put a link on the screen now. I've also checked in the last clip that I could get my knife down and it was going to miss my hub. So I think I'm all ready to go. So I've set my power supply to 6 volts and I've made sure that my donut is going to rotate away from me at the top. So the top's rotating away from you and the bottom is rotating towards you as you look at the Hudy Tire Truer like this. So I'm going to start it up and I'm going to now push my knife down through the slots and trim off the donut. So that's one side and that's the other side. The next thing I'm going to do is push the pin through to rough it to diameter. So I'm going to hold it in place and push the pin through slowly. There we go, so the pin comes all the way through the other side. Bring it back, turn it off. Let's pull off the outer bit and you can see that I've roughed my tyre down. It flexes a little bit on the outside, so you're not going to get a perfect finish, but the point is you've roughed most of it away so you don't have to true it all away, and it's a much quicker job. So what you need to do next is remove this, put the next one on, and trim the next one. So this is supposed to do 690, so here's one that I've roughed and removed. Let's have a look at what it works out at. Let's take the main part of it, not quite. There we go, not quite that bit at the end, slightly wider. But let's just put that in there. There we go. That just falls through at that point. What have we got? There we are, 695. So just a fraction over, just to err on the side of caution and safety. Make sure you periodically just check that there's no rubber got caught on your axle or in between your washers, because that will ruin the spacing for when you slide your next hub in place. Thank you for watching another CleaveTech product video. Hope you enjoyed this little tyre trimmer gadget. I say it's really useful. There's going to be more videos to come on other products, so take a look at my CleaveTech product playlist. Again, I'll put a link on the screen so you'll see that. There are some standard sizes of these available. At the moment of filming this video, there's ones that operate at 690, 730, 790 and 850 diameters. The widths are pretty standard for 1/32 scale and 1/24 scale of 16 and 21 millimeters, except this one just trims just a fraction over to allow you to finish the edges to be what you want. But I can make custom versions. I've had requests for drag cars for different widths, etc. of tyres. I've had some for retro racing, which use really large donuts. So again, I've given more clearance in this area, but I can make custom versions on request. If you haven't done so already, check out a lot of my tech tip videos. Maybe you can check out my model car videos if you're into that sort of thing. But I do all sorts of slot racing because I just enjoy slot racing, and I'd race anything. I hope you enjoy your CleaveTech tyre trimmer. See you again soon.